Yes, our products are filled with thoroughly cleaned and sterilized goose down and feathers. But even more important to know is that we fill our products with down and feathers without damaging or changing the structure of it. Goose down is incredibly scarce and therefore very expensive. The more you use in your product, the more expensive it will be and the smaller your market. If as a mass producer you'd like to broaden your market, you have to replace that expensive down. And so this results in the practice of softening feathers, which basically means that feathers are cut and broken up in a machine to change it into down. Unfortunately, feather starts to disintegrate once their structure has been compromised, and with use it falls apart completely, and in the process it gives off a very fine powdery dust. Now imagine sleeping with your nose buried in that dust throughout the night. For additional peace of mind, we have a warranty in place for you to return your product for a full refund should you experience any discomfort whilst using our products. The ultimate function of a pillow is to help keep your neck in a neutral alignment with your spine, not bent too far forward, backwards, or sideways. Due to its strong structure, feathers can carry the weight of your head and effectively support your neck, and therefore we fill our pillows with goose feathers. We're all built differently, with shoulders broad, slight, or somewhere in between, and to accommodate this wide range of needs, we've developed 10 pillows of different densities. Your fit will be the pillow that wholly fills the space between the side of your face and your shoulder. Typically, a person with very broad shoulders will need a much firmer pillow than a smaller person. This is now applicable to side sleepers. If you sleep more on your back or tummy, a very thin pillow will be the best. We supply pure goose down winter, autumn, and summer duvets of all the standard sizes as well as custom. The factors dictating your choice of the right duvet includes the following. Firstly, the climate or temperature of your sleeping environment. Use of our winter duvets will be recommended for areas with a minimum temperature of below 0 degrees Celsius. Autumn duvets work best for regions with a minimum temperature varying between 0 and 12 degrees Celsius, and then summer for areas with a minimum of 12 and up. Bear in mind the effect of using an aircon or heater in your bedroom. A second factor is a person's individual body temperature. If you're somebody that heats up quickly and tends to be very hot during the night, a slighter duvet will suit you, whereas the cold sleeper will need a warmer duvet. Lastly, if you're sharing or sleeping alone, two individuals sleeping together generate more heat than a lone sleeper. In the instance of a couple sleeping together, the choice needs to be determined by the one of the two that overheats quickly. Apart from being manufactured on home soil, probably the most important difference is the quality of our fill. We fill our products with down and feathers as it comes off the geese, just cleansed and sterilized thoroughly. Because goose down is so incredibly scarce and therefore very expensive, it places a restriction on the size of your market. As a mass producer, you need to broaden your market, which forces you to have to replace that expensive down, and this results in the practice of softening feathers, which basically means that feathers are cut and broken up in a machine to change it into down. Unfortunately, feathers start to disintegrate once their structure has been compromised, and with use it falls apart completely. So disintegrating feathers result in a very fine powdery dust forming, which is a major cause for allergy and sinus issues when it comes to feather products. It causes lumps to form in your products and filling that moves around so that cold spots are created, which refers now to the empty spaces in your product. It causes your pillows to collapse, unable of being fluffed up again. It causes the thinning of your duvet or sleeping bag, where in the past it used to be so fluffy and full and warm. Not only are our products unaffected by the above-mentioned issues, our products also last a lifetime. It's nice to be able to tuck my daughter in under a duvet that I grew up with. Pillows should be fluffed every day, so it's a good habit to get into when you make your bed in the morning. Pillow fill is compressed each night as you sleep, which will eventually result in a thin and ineffective pillow. Airing and fluffing your duvet every now and then is not a bad idea either. This will loosen any compressed down, and refrain from laying on top of your duvet, as though this causes no damage to the filling, it does compress it to a thin and very ineffective layer. Always use pillow protectors underneath the standard pillowcase, as these very effectively absorb any moisture, oiliness, and spills and prevents discoloration of the inner casing. When storing these away for a season, always do so using a breathable storage bag, which we also supply. Duvets can be folded up loosely and stuffed inside the storage bag. Never use plastic bags or carton boxes, as these will inhibit the breathability of your product. Sleeping bags should be stored away loosely rolled up in a breathable storage bag or hung upside down inside out in a dry area. Never store your bag away crammed into the tiny space of a stuffed sack. Feather beds need to be given a good shake every once in a while as you remove linen for washing. Refrain from laying directly on top of the feather bed. Always use a feather bed protector or fitted sheet. Never send these products to the dry cleaners for cleaning. The chemicals they use damage the fibers. If cleaning proves to be a challenge to you, or you need alterations done to your products, we also supply a cleaning and refurbishing service.